It has admittedly been a while, but in the next month or so, hopefully these things should be getting much more frequent. Details will come eventually. Anyway, let's set me up. First up is Alex with the i5-3570 processor and the Gigabyte GTX 970 G1 gaming graphics card inside of the Fantex Into Evolve ATX case. On or around the battle station, you'll find his 27-inch LG monitor, Corsair Strafe RGB keyboard, Corsair M65 RGB mouse, Rocket Illumic mousepad, Jolly Joy LED lamp, HyperX Cloud 2 headset, AKG K619 headphones, Genesis P65 gamepad, new Nintendo 3DS XL, Amazon Kindle ebook reader, and lastly, his DX Racer chair. It's a pretty clean and simple setup, and I love that overhead window. He's planning on a new build soon, and he wants to create a headphone stand out of an engine piston. That's the kind of ingenuity I would love to see. Our next sexy beast has a beast of a machine. Scott's computer consists of the i7-6700K cooled by the Corsair H60 all-in-one water cooler, accompanied by two Titan X Maxwell cards and SLI wearing 980 Ti water coolers. Slightly ridiculous. He's also packing DDR4 Dominator DIMMs from Corsair, the Asus ROG Maximus 8 Hero motherboard, a 512GB Samsung SSD, Corsair RM1000 power supply, and an Asus Blu-ray burner, all inside the Corsair Graphite 760T case. Peripherals include the Asus ROG Swift PG278Q monitor, an Asus 1080p 144Hz panel, the Razer Deathstalker Essential keyboard, the Logitech G9X mouse, Logitech X530 speakers, and the APC Pro 1500 UPS. A good way to stay in charge. The plastic on the side of the case is making me irrationally nervous, but otherwise, the setup looks cozy, and even though they're a little old now, I've always wanted to try out a pair of Titans. The next submission is a double whammy. Alex and Michelle show off a pair of water-cooled PCs. The first one has an i7-7700K at 5.2 GHz with an EVGA GTX 1080 for the win card, 16GB of G-Skill Trident Z RAM, and a 512GB Samsung 850 Pro, all on the Gigabyte Aorus Z270 Gaming 9 motherboard, powered by the Seasonic Titanium Prime 650W power supply with sleeved cables from CableMod, inside of the NZXT S340 Elite case, fitted with the NZXT Hue Plus for some extra RG bling. He's using radiators from AlphaCool, a combination of EK Vardar and Corsair AF120 fans, and pumps, blocks, fittings, and tubing from EK Water Blocks, with Mayhem's Pastel White coolant. Peripherals here include the Corsair K95 RGB Platinum keyboard, Logitech G Pro gaming mouse and G640 mousepad, Sennheiser PC360 headset, BenQ XL2430T monitor, and a DX Racer chair. The second PC runs the i7-7700K, the EVGA GTX 1070 for the win graphics card on the Gigabyte Aorus Z270 Gaming 5 motherboard, packing 16GB of G-Skill Trident Z RAM and a 512GB Samsung 850 Pro, all being fed by the Seasonic Platinum 520W power supply, also with sleeve cables from CableMod, and also inside the NZXT S340 Elite, and also with the NZXT Hue Plus. Peripherals here include the Razer Black Widow Ultimate keyboard, Rocket Cone Plus mouse, SteelSeries 4 HD mousepad, a 60Hz Acer panel, Logitech G230 headset, and the IKEA Marcus chair. This is some cool shit. The wooden wall was done by a carpenter, but the electrical work and the wooden desk were done by Alex. Beyond the wall, we have a 55-inch 4K TV and a PS4. After seeing this, I tell you what, you are not the only one with wood, if you know what I mean. GameplayHD is next with his AeroCool P7C1 tempered glass case holding the i7-7700K CPU, cooled by the Kraken X62 cooler and Founders Edition GTX 1080 graphics card from Zotac. Peripherals include the Logitech G15 keyboard, G27 racing wheel, G35 headset, and a Razer Abyssus mouse. With the headset, he uses something called a Track IR5 Pro. It tracks head movements. It sounds pretty cool. Lastly, you'll find what appears to be a tiny Christmas tree and another setup off to the side, though I don't have any information on this one. It's a neat environment, that tracker must be super fun to play with, and I bet you erase all the competition with your hardware. The last entry for the day is another bundle. Daniel's case is the NZXT S340 Elite, and it houses the i7-6800K clocked to 4 GHz, cooled by the Deepcool Captain 240EX AIO, and Elsa from Frozen. Corsair Vengeance DIMMs in white, and a GTX 1070 for the Win Edition graphics card, all snuggled up on the ASRock Taichi X99 motherboard. The package also includes what look to be a pair of R2-D2s and an X-Wing fighter jet. More figures outside of the case include Cosmos from Xenosaga, one of my favorite games ever, and Batman. It took me longer than I'd care to admit to actually find Batman in the image. His peripherals include two 27-inch Asus panels, the Afterglow headphones from Performance Design Products, Razer Naga mouse, Razer Black Widow Ultimate keyboard, and Razer Firefly mousepad. Being a photographer, he uses the computer mostly for schoolwork and image editing. Daniel's girlfriend Amanda is rocking some juice from the red side with the AMD Phenom 2 processor and Radeon 7850 graphics card. She's a school teacher, so this rig is used primarily for things like schoolwork and watching Netflix and Hulu on her 24-inch Samsung panels. And then this hardcore cat is Archer. Up on the walls, you've got some Star Wars art, photographs, the top of Gordon Ramsay's head, a diamond sword from Minecraft, Link, and an EVGA poster with Olaf and BB-8 hanging off the bottom. And finally, we see figures of Pikachu and Mudkip. I heard you might like them. I love the lighting in the room, or lack thereof, and I'm always jealous of these dual setups. And so those are all the entries I have for today. I just got a comment, I gotta answer that in a minute. Thanks for entering if you did, thanks for considering if you did not, and thanks for watching in general. I'm well aware that I'm way slow on releasing these videos, but starting in probably August, I think I should be able to get these out a lot more quickly. I don't want to say too much yet, because I'm not really done planning my plans, but as soon as I get things settled, you'll be the first to know. After me. Thanks again for watching, my name is Steven, and I am ALittleDIMM. Bye-bye. Rocket, Lumic, our next sexy beast, This is funny to me, because it's in his email he called me a sexy beast, so I kind of want to return the favor by calling him a sexy beast, but now it sounds weird when I say it out loud. Our next sexy beast has a beast of a machine. I didn't call you. I'm trying not to trigger my Echo Dot, so I'm trying to enunciate everything more precisely, but it feels weird and doesn't flow. SLitely ridiculous. Oh geez, that sounded fine in script. When I say it out loud, it sounds really, really weird. I've always wanted to try a power trip. Wow. The next submission is a double whammy. I didn't call you. The next submission is a double whammy. Stop it. I'm gonna mute that. I actually need that for my next video, so I'm probably gonna forget to unmute it, and then when I call it, I'm gonna look dumb. Because it's not gonna answer. 650 watt power supply with sleeve cables from Cable Mod. Cable Mod. Yeah. Powered by the Seasonic Titanium Prime. There's too many buzzwords in there. And pumps, blocks, fittings, and tubing from EK Water Blocks. With the headset, he uses something called a Track IR5 Pro, or the tracker. I have an exclamation point in the script. I read bundle, exclamation point, but the exclamation point I replaced with another L, so it was like blunt, nope, not blunt, no. It was like bund, lel. It's not that funny, but for me it is, and I don't know why. I just realized that I'm using the wrong wallpaper, and this is not gonna make any sense because it's not Halloween. Schoolwork and watching Netflix and Hulu, not Hulu. I don't know what Hulu is.